Welcome to NRT Safety Consulting. On this video, we will discuss overhead protection as per the Occupational Health and Safety Act and Regulations
21391
OHSA, specifically pertaining to Regulation 64. Overhead protection is very important to health and safety as it involves worker protection, but most importantly, public protection. We will go over critical items to look for when conducting a safety inspection on overhead protection in order to meet compliance. Let's delve into some items to look for. Regulation. No work shall be carried out on a building or structure located 4.5 meters or 14.76 feet or less from the public way, unless a covered way is constructed over the part of the public way that is adjacent to the project. Regulation 64, subsection 2, subsection 1 does not apply with respect to a building or structure if the work being done is enclosed. Regulation 64, subsection 3a, a covered way shall have an unobstructed height of not less than 2.4 meters, 7.87 feet. B, shall have an unobstructed width of not less than 1.1 meters, or 3.61 feet. If it is over a sidewalk that is less than 1.1 meters wide, have a width equal to the width of the sidewalk. Attention! Yes, there is a potential for slips, trips, and falls, and it is a good practice to make visible with orange spray paint or any other form of visible color for worker and public protection. This is one of those places that if somebody trips or gets injured, there is a potential for a lawsuit from the public.
Lawsuits.
C, shall be capable of supporting any load likely to be applied to it and capable of supporting a load of at least 2.4 kilonewtons per square meter. D, shall have a weather-tight roof. Attention! When it rains, the last thing people want to do is walk under an overhead protection where people will get exposed to inclement weather. E, shall have the side adjacent to the project covered with a partition that has a smooth surface on the public way side.
Not good.
Nope.
Attention! There are a lot of billboards and posters, as well as graffiti on lots of overhead protection throughout the province. One way to go about this is to spray "Post No Bills" on partition.
No bill.
There are companies that paint the partition a solid color also. Note: the wall must be free from protruding objects, splinters, nails, or screws,
Public safety.
etc. F, shall have a railing of 1 meter high or 3.28 feet from the ground level on the street side, and G, shall have adequate lighting within the public way. Note: there is all kinds of overhead protection throughout the province
Or lazy or negligent.
that does not have adequate lighting installed. Many companies seem to overlook this one item, and due to minimum Ministry of Labor Immigration Training and Skills Development (MLITSD) presence, it does not usually get seen or enforced.
Very, very little.
Note: there are other things to look for, such as clinched nails or fasteners at the supporting base sills in order to prevent from inadvertent movement. There are also braces or some sort of connection with the structure that is recommended. And when dealing with scaffolding, there are guidelines and regulations when it comes to anchoring to the structure when it exceeds 3 times the least lateral distance. There are also scaffolds with tarpaulin installed. If scaffolding exceeds a certain height, there must be engineered drawings present. There is rolling scaffold also used, and many other types of overhead protection that are now provided for companies to utilize. Here are some samples. The majority of the times, it is competent workers who install overhead protection, usually a third party, and they place a green tag, yellow tag, or red tag to identify if scaffolding is safe to use. One of the biggest flaws in installing scaffolding can be when workers do not use adequate fall protection means or a suitable guardrail system as the primary source of protection against falls. Once again, because of minimal Ministry of Labor immigration training and skills development presence. Companies allow workers to perform their duties in an unsafe manner, which is a total contravention of the Occupational Health and Safety Act and Regulation 213/91. Furthermore, working at heights in Ontario guidelines and regulations. Stay tuned for more and don't forget to subscribe and like the video, as there will be much more coming. Thank you for watching. On the rise and strong.